All I do is tell the facts. That relationship put me on antidepressants. Discovered I had mommy issues after I found out I don't want to date no more. And so...
Really?
Yeah, so it's just like a... No, I wish I could get into detail about that, but it's just like... I would say, like, my need for nurture, you know?
Okay.
Like, yeah, my need to be nurtured, to be... babied, but not in like cook for me type of way. I don't think women belong in the kitchen, of course. Fearful of avoidant now, but before I used to be like an anxious attachment.
Yeah.
You can Google that later. But like right now, I leave before anyone else can leave, which is very fun. You know, I'm literally taking after my dad now.
Yeah.
Like after a while, I'm like, I get it. You know, I passed him buying milk myself, but it's fine. It's fine. It's oh my God, you're so self-aware, and I get patted on the back for that. But it's the bare minimum. Like. Self-awareness is like nothing. Self-awareness is like a driver's license but without a car. Like you have the capacity to change. Like you actually have to like pursue it. I learned I have mommy issues in the most disturbing way, and not in like a cute way of like, oh, you suck on titties, like you must have mommy issues. No, like I have like fundamental needs, and it like shows up in the weirdest ways. Like romantically speaking, I am shit. So like, and I could do this thing of like learning about myself through people, but like it's so fucking cliche. If you want to learn about yourself, read a book, travel, do something. Don't get into a relationship and be like, oh my God, what did you learn about yourself? I hate that trope. No one be like, yeah, like, but I learned about this. What did you learn about this from my experience? Fuck you. You don't need to crack eggs out of people to make that fucking omelet. Read a book.
Hi guys, I'm here with...
Hi, my name is James, the first ever autistic guest on this podcast.
James, how are you doing?
I've been better. I'm violently drunk. No, I'm not. Hi, Mom. But yeah, I'm good, man. What about you? How are you doing?
I'm chilling. I'm having a good time. Yesterday was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it yesterday. So yeah, like I'm in good spirit. Anyway, my first question to you. We're gonna dive deep right in.
Okay.
How do you think your upbringing, or do you think your upbringing affects your love life?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. I learned I have mommy issues in the most disturbing way, and not in like a cute way of like, oh, you suck on titties, like you must have mommy issues. No, like I have like fundamental needs, and it like shows up in the weirdest ways. And I'm like, the weird part is I do have a good relationship with my mom.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, okay, no, that's there. And like, I have a terrible father, but like, this is South Africa. Who the fuck doesn't? But yeah, so in regards to my like daddy issues, yeah, typical abandonment issues.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be I'm a fearful avoidant now. But before I used to be like an anxious attachment.
Yeah.
You can Google that later. But like right now, I leave before anyone else can leave, which is very fun. You know, I'm literally taking after my dad now.
Yeah.
Like after a while, I'm like, I get it. You know, I passed him buying milk myself, but it's fine. It's fine. It's like when those holes, like when you get like wounded and those holes like show up in like childhood, like you keep trying to fill them as you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people know about daddy issues, but could you explain to the viewers what are mommy issues and how do they manifest in your life? Like,
I would love to, but I don't date anymore. Cause like the reason why I discovered I had mommy issues after I found out I don't want to date no more. And so
really?
Yeah, so it's just like no, I wish I could get into detail about that, but it's just like I would say like my need for nurture, you know?
Okay.
Like yeah, my need to be nurtured, to be babied, but not in like cook for me type of way. I don't think women belong in the kitchen, of course. Y'all barely eat anyway. But yeah, that's no, it's just like I have a chronic need to be nurtured kid after, deeply asked about my feelings and stuff, even though ironically I'm shit at opening up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of like that.
What's the like the weird dichotomy of being aware of your issues or your troubles and like not working entirely to address it? I'm assuming you're not working because of the way in which you speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you ever be like, okay, I can observe this and I notice this, but I don't want to fix it? Or do you want to fix it, or you feel like you just can't fix it?
That's a great question, because like people seem to think like, so as a content creator, like I crack jokes and it comes across of like, oh my God, you're so self-aware, and I get patted on the back for that. But it's the bare minimum. Like self-awareness is like nothing. Self-awareness is like a driver's license but without a car. Like you have the capacity to change. Like you actually have to like pursue it. So it's not the fact that like I don't want to. It's just the fact the reason why I'm not particularly interested in improving or working in these aspects is because like right now my biggest challenge is like controlling my emotional responses, you know, because like it's very easy to get to me, I won't lie, and like very easy, and like I lash out in ways that's like that's not cute, it's not cute, it's not like and like once I do, it's like fuck, I hate that I did that, you know. And you don't understand, like I'm in my late 20s now. I don't like giving people power like over my emotions and responses like that, you know, because your response is your control. Like the only thing you can control in this life is literally how you respond to things.
Yeah.
And I don't even have that. Like I don't even have that. Like I literally have shit else, and that's like the most pathetic thing ever. So right now I'm keeping my distance because like the basic truth is I cannot control how I respond to things, especially people like I'm in close proximity to in a romantic sense. Platonic, I'm good. Platonic, I'm a fucking great friend. But like romantically speaking, I'm shit. So like, and I could do this thing of like learning about myself through people, but like it's so fucking cliche. If you want to learn about yourself, read a book, travel, do something. Don't get into a relationship and be like, oh my God, what did you learn about yourself? I hate that trope. No one be like, yeah, like, but I learned about this. What did you learn about this from my experience? Fuck you. You don't need to crack eggs out of people to make that fucking omelet. Read a book, travel, go to therapy, journal. It's not okay. Don't use people to learn about yourself. Fuck.
I guess to play devil's advocate or still mend people's perception of it, I would argue that like identifying the problem is the bare minimum, but it's the first step. It's like okay, there's a road, I see hell and I see heaven, you know. As long as you can see heaven, we automatically assume that you will take the heaven route. It's like, okay, now he already sees where this will take him. Why would he double down and continue? So that's like my rationale on why it's like tapped on, like, oh wow, he can rationalize. And if he knows this is gonna be terrible, why would he still opt for terrible?
Fair enough.
You know?
Oh no, that's a great way to look at it. But the reason why I'm practicing what I'm practicing is purely because I know myself.
Yeah.
So like, if you have the capacity out there in terms of dating, if you have the capacity to learn about yourself in a way that's not emotionally scarring to people, because like here's the thing, people think like the worst thing you can get out of like a relationship or getting with someone is like an STD or STI. Did you know that if you stay with the wrong person too long, you can develop like bipolar mood disorder? You can actually develop permanent depression. Like there's actually like permanent psychological effects of being with the wrong people. So if you're that confident that like you're the shit, like if you date with someone, yeah, you might disappoint them, you might hurt them a little, but you're confident you won't fuck them up like for life, go ahead, by all means. But like, I'm reaching from like a perspective of like there is consequences that people ignore, and like sometimes like you think like you wasn't supposed to be that deep, like you say like, oh, I didn't mean to hurt you. The reality is that you did, like you actually hurt that person. You may have put them on a path that they have to unlearn that pain and the trust issues and like the anger and so much more from being involved with you, because again, all you were doing was trying to learn about yourself. But
do you believe in love?
Platonic love, godly love, love with your religion, love with family. I do not believe in what I don't believe in people, because people say like, here's the weird thing about hopeless romantics, I can't stand y'all, because y'all do not validate any other type of love unless it's platonic. Because I have amazing friends right now, I have like amazing family. Okay, my relationship with God is getting there, work in progress, but like I'm not perfect. But like whenever I meet a hopeless romantic and I'm like, I tell them like I'm not looking to date or anything, and then like I tell them about my circumstances, like you'll find love someday. It's just like, no, I've got love in my life. It's not romantic love. Like you will be happy, don't worry, it's gonna happen for you. Like, shut up. Like, why you guys like overvalue companionship that much? It's boring.
Do you feel like it's overvalued?
It's overvalued in this generation, yes. Like no one can actually like sit alone. Like the way people Tarzan swing into relationships with people they have no business being in for like long periods of time, wasting each other's time, because like you can't sit alone, like because you overvalue companionship. It's okay to want it, it's okay to value it, but overvaluing it, you compromise your values. You let the wrong people stick around. All right, you compromise what you want out of life. You like it makes you stay with the wrong people. It's detrimental.
Have you ever been in love before?
Something wrong with the speaker.
Like truly and honestly.
I I can confidently say yes because of the way I grieve. Like my most recent like relationship like put me on antidepressants. So like, which is it's funny. Like it's like, and it was only 6 months. It's 6 months. Like fundamentally, like I don't tell anyone what it is out of respect for the person, because like all I do is tell the facts. That relationship put me on antidepressants. I want like that's the like cause of events. I won't say what they did because they're human, you know. And like they have apologized and stuff like that. But the fundamental thing is the consequences. Now I am on antidepressants for the next 9 months. And like I had to see a psychologist, I had to see a psychiatrist, and that's because like I was loving this person to such a degree, with such depth, that like there's no way, if it was just a talking stage that didn't mean anything to me, that I had to be medicated. So like that's the only proof that I believe I was in love.
Okay.
But yeah.
I don't know. I have a weird relationship with love as well. I'm very like new in this world.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm super like anxious avoidance. Like also, where I used to like think of love as in like I don't want to open myself because I'm scared of getting hurt, and I feel like it's not worth it. It's not worth to experience the love because the outcome of the heartbreak would be greater than the experience of love. And recently, and I'm still testing it out, so don't take what I say as facts. But like I'm more open to being like, okay, cool, this might cause me hell, this might destroy me, but the other side is kind of worth it. I feel like true love and real love is opening yourself up, or vulnerability even. It's like in the word, like being susceptible to harm. Like I'm giving you myself naked, and I know you can't stab me, but I trust that you won't. And having that sort of connection with someone, I feel like is super beautiful, and it's worth it to me. Do you connect with anything I'm saying? As in, like, are you at the headspace of like, nah, you feel like it's just the pain and suffering afterwards is just not worth the.
No, it's my subjective opinion is yes, like romance and companionship can be a fulfilling, beautiful thing. Like with something with depth and trust, it can improve your character, it can help you grow, it can make you happy and fulfilled. Yeah. My argument is that so can being single, so can choosing to choose your career, so can traveling the world. Like I think, like that kind of fulfillment and beauty and love doesn't have to exist in just dating. That's my argument. Yeah. That's why I'm saying overvalue, not people value. There's nothing wrong with valuing it. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with wanting love. Yeah. I just don't like it when it's like overvalued to a degree that like we think that's the only source of happiness that'll come by. Cause do you know what the fucking divorce rate is for first marriages? 50%. Do you know what the actual divorce rate for second marriages is? It's around 60. And you think third time's the charm. Do you know what's the actual divorce rate for third marriages? It's up to 70%. These are American statistics. But like I can't apply to South Africa because there's other things like GBV, they're too afraid to leave. And actually like people are not getting as mad as much as you think they are. But it's just the fact that like those are just like mostly majority statistics. And
those are the people that opt to like divorce. Some people that are in horrible marriages just for the sake of like, oh, we married and our family and like our kids, but I'm miserable. But I have to stay in this route. So yeah, it is a flawed concept according to stats. Like
exactly. Because my argument is the fact that like by the third time, like, are you still gonna go back to it, or are you gonna try other avenues of finding fulfillment? That's what I'm saying. Yes, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah. Yes, it can be a beautiful, incredible thing. I just don't think it's the only incredible, fulfilling thing about life. That's my argument.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Do you wanna fall in love?
Nah. I've put it on I put like having a partner on a pedestal so fucking high for like the longest time. I like being selfish now. I like being selfish now. I like doing things for my sake, for my preferences, exploring things for my own sake. I came here alone with my homeboy. He's dating. He's got a girlfriend, but like he came with me. And like I'm having a great time, and I don't care much about talking to women here. I really don't. Yeah. I'm actually having a fucking great time. I'm getting all like the tattoo pieces I want. I'm putting money in myself for the first time ever, and like I didn't realize that life could be that. Yeah. So like if romance happens, I will run. I'm not gonna lie. I will run. I will sabotage it. It's just where I am now, and that's okay. That's okay. I don't. That's just how I am. It's the minimum truth. Like people think like I'm sending these messages out so I can like reel them in. Yeah. And like reel in the Bob the Builders. No. Build better taste in men. I promise you, I'm not. I'm not trying to do that to you. But it's just not where my headspace is right now. But I'm like, again, I'm in my late 20s. Like, I have the rest of my life to like change my mind. Even though, fingers crossed, I'm trying to bite it by 50. I'm trying to bite the dust by 50. I'm sorry. I'm a registered nurse, so like I've seen what happens in old age. There's so much that can go wrong, guys.
Yeah.
Just being old, growing old with someone, or just growing old in general isn't what it's cracked up to be. Trust me. But yeah,
I think as you're speaking, we're so programmed to think like, yeah, relationship is the way that like my body physically is like, oh no, man, but there's something deeper, there's something wrong. Surely he's not just content. And obviously it's my own biases and my own worldviews. And I just thought of there's this podcast I listened to, Chris Williamson. I don't know if you know him. Do you know him?
no, not for real.
Okay, so
is that the Indian guy?
No, white guy, buzz cut, short.
I probably know the face, but not the name. Yeah.
So he coined the term the inner catador, or he got it from somewhere. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but basically there's like, he said a lot of people want stuff and they're somewhat unable to achieve it, so they denounce the desire of wanting it at all instead of actually trying to get what they want. As in like, oh no, this is a terrible example and these are not my words, but like a fat girl that wants to get skinny, like, is struggling, and she just decides to be like, oh no, actually I'm perfectly happy with being the size that I am and it makes me beautiful. There are people that do believe that concretely, but there are other people that are like, oh no, it's so much easier for me to take this ideology than to actively work on what I want. It's easier to say, oh no, I actually see rich people as super pretentious and hungry and greedy, and yeah, I would never want to be like them. Well, in actuality you can't, and it's easier to denounce it than actively try. So yeah, I thought I'd share. I don't know if you connected that or not, but like, yeah, when you were speaking and my like resistance to be like, no ways, there has to be more, he can't just be content, and I'm sure that's also the internet.
literally
it's
like,
literally your comments 24/7
all the fucking time. And it is a knee-jerk, it's a knee-jerk reaction response. I've gotten that's simply because of the fact that we're all brainwashed to think like, no, like majority of us like think, oh no, unless you come from like a broken home, divorced parents, you guys can agree with me on this one, but like you'll very soon quickly find that like, I mean, I guess that's not all there is to love.
Yeah.
It is available, it is option. If that's what you want, I think you should get that for you. But it's weird that people should want that for me if I don't want it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's your idea of happiness, that doesn't necessarily mean that's my idea of happiness, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Like, I'm like, I am saying what I think is necessary. I'm trying to like open up like a perspective that you can explore. Like, relationship, like your happiness and fulfillment in life does not look like a wedding ring. Doesn't have to be a wedding ring. It can be. It just doesn't have to look like a wedding ring. Yeah.
You know what's particularly interesting? It's like a level of PD chess where like you not wanting to make girls even want to pursue you more. As in like, oh no, I can fix him. Surely he just needs to find the right person, and they like almost disregard everything you said just to be like, let me actually see if it's real.
No, I actually had to like, and it happened like there was a weird phase like they kept shooting the shots and the videos. I had to block them, like literally had to block them. Like it wasn't like a thing of like, I'd watch the videos but I wouldn't know how to respond yet besides like liking comments. So I would like go away, and then like when I get tagged in again, okay, let me watch the video. And then I'd see in the comment sections I'm actually getting dragged. I'd be like, oh no, he's just using his mental health to reel in girls so he can create them. And like, that was a fucked up thing for me to read. Cause I was like, it's not. Cause I get it. In the internet, like, there's no such thing as an agenda. Like, there's no such thing as truth without an agenda.
Yeah.
And no one can just be honest. No one believes that someone can be honest for the sake of just being honest. Like, there must be a catch.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I'm saying like, I don't want love, I'm trying to like, they think I'm trying to trap someone.
Seb, could you please see if it's still recording? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thank you, Seb.
Yes.
Alright. But yeah.
I don't think.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it was just like a weird thing of like I had to block because I was like super uncomfortable. Like, it was the fact that I literally just want to say I don't want to date. Why are people think I'm trying to manipulate women into dating? And I don't know. I guess it's like reverse psychology, but like that wasn't my end goal. I just wanted to like be like, nah, I'm not. I'm good for now. I don't think I'm a good partner to begin with anyway. But yeah, like, I wasn't trying to be like, okay, that bitch is gonna love this. It wasn't that. Like, it just but for the longest time it was that way, and like I can't help it. It is what it is. People are gonna these people are gonna like assume it is what it is. Like people are gonna be like translated in their own way, and like I can't be responsible. I'm not responsible for how they choose to interpret like what I say.
But it's also intriguing because like honesty is so rare that like when you are entirely honest and vulnerable, people
Gotta
are
be a
like,
catch.
yeah, like you know, at least I know his demons. At least you know I know what's gonna happen if he just ghosts me. Like what did I expect? Where this guy would tell me sweet nothingness and just disappear.
No, like okay, this year alone, right? The amount of women I've disappointed just by like not pursuing them or like making the connection die immediately, I've lost count. You know, the amount of women I've like emotionally scarred, I can confidently say like one. But like that's like an entirely nuanced situation in itself. But like it's the fact that like if I was out here like letting people into my spaces knowing that this is the worst version of myself, then like I'm 100%. I've been swearing this entire time, but I didn't know I could. Can I swear?
Yeah, you're fine.
You're not gonna monetize. This is not like.
I'll bleep it out if I when
All
I
right.
put it. Yeah,
I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. A cunt. I'd be a cunt if like if I actually did that to people. Like letting women into my life and like want a connection, knowing like damn well that like I will run, I will feel uncomfortable opening up, I will lash out with you when I'm angry because I don't know how to control my emotions. Like remember when I said that? Yeah. Like we're revisiting that. Yeah, this is literally the worst version of myself to be in a relationship with. A friendship with, I'm that nigga. Is that okay to say? I feel like I'm like Asani.
You don't like
I love her. I love her. I love her. Like we're actually mutuals, and like I've actually streamed like that one song where she's like, I was like, what, like this one song is just like, was like, cause nigga shut the fuck up. You know that line?
I haven't heard.
It's like one of her songs. It's like one of her tracks where like she's like I'll fucking nigga just to keep him quiet. Like bitch, shut the fuck up. And like she says it 3 more times, and it's just like the funniest like. Most like I don't give a fuck attitude ever. I'm a big fan. I'm actually mutuals with her. I could have told her this, but like, yeah. But it's the fact that like I say so much, but like I'm not taking into account that you gotta like edit all this.
It's okay. Don't worry.
But yeah, like I'm not looking for anything right now.
Interesting. Yeah, Azalea Doll is an interesting character. It's like she's super honest and I think she's had a challenging childhood, which she shared on camera with me. But like, yeah, it's just weird to see her thought process and her psychological framework. And it's like a lot of people are like, oh, this girl is this. Because she gets a lot of flack. But it's interesting to be like, oh, no, at the end of the day, she's just a human being, despite being OnlyFans model or anything. She's actually just... Because I shot a video with her recently. I didn't even release it yet. But she was like, yeah, no, I'm in a better headspace. I just realized last time she was saying she wants to unalive herself. And I didn't put that online because obviously that's a bit insensitive. And then she's like, oh no, she was just lonely. And that's why she was like saying all those stuff. I was like, wow. Yeah. Look at her DM. There's like almost 10,000 people there and you're lonely. It's like, it's so interesting. I was like, but like, I'm not saying she should entertain it, but the disconnect of what we see online and what we expect from the person and the reality is actually insane. Yeah. No,
100%. Like, overshare people. There's a method to the madness. Like, she would not have reached that conclusion if she didn't like sit like, why did I tell that person, stranger, that I actually want to kill myself? Like that. Like, you could go to a therapist, but you know, and they can milk the medical aid, or you could just like overshare on the internet, watch that stuff, and be like, oh, that's why I said that. You know, it's a great way to like. It's a much more fun way to journal, essentially. Overshare. Everyone overshare all the time.
What's your relationship with the comment section? Like, what's your relationship with the comment section?
It's like things don't get to me the way they used to because I've been in it for a while. But like usually I don't respond to compliments. But that's like a self-esteem issue, which is like another cup of worms. But like my thing is like I usually like find like specific comments like where I can just add a joke or two to keep like the momentum of like the jokes in my video to like you know, so like people can know like no, this is just like it's just banter, it's just jokes. So like beyond that point, like I try not to respond to like psychoanalysis because people love to psychoanalyze me. People love to be like, you only like this because like you have a poor relationship with your father. No shit, who the fuck doesn't? But like people have this weird fundamental need to like prove what they think they suspect about you. Like all this like unsolicited advice and unsolicited like psychoanalysis, it just comes from people who like hearing themselves talk, and that's okay. Confidence is great. but you're kind of disconnecting because, like, when I am making these videos, even though they're jokes, I'm literally trying to connect with you. I'm telling you the truth. You've kind of just blocked it out because you're trying to see what's the agenda.
Yeah.
What demons am I hiding? What fossils are in my closet? Which is fair, but then, like, you've missed the opportunity to actually get to know me, to actually truly connect with me. But yeah, that's it. Like, that's the relationship I have with my comment section. I as much as I try to be like, hey, here is me, they'd be like, is it though?
Show me more. I don't believe you. That's interesting. I used to be similar, like, with my comment section, because people say I'm controversial at times, I don't know. But, like, I get hate seasonally. Like, they'll love me the one time and then they'll call me annoying the next time. But, like, because I analyze everything and I overthink. But, like, the conclusion that I came with the comment section was all the stuff that makes me feel a certain type of way, whoever commented or the person that wrote it down is inherently right. Because it's like, if someone calls me short, for example, I'm not going to be offended because I'm like, objectively, I know I'm not short. You know,
evidently, as you can. 5'7", ladies, and I'm happy with that. If God made me tall, life would not be fair. Same way, if God made me mentally stable, life would not be fair for any of you niggas. I would be eating your shorties up. You're welcome. You know, sometimes me and God work together in conjunction. Like, just know, if you're in a happy relationship, that's because I'm short. That's because, like, I'm not powerful enough to, like, rob you of that happiness. But evidently you guys can see.
Yeah, so whenever something hurts me, I like kind of get excited because I'm like, I'm learning something more about myself. What about this comment inherently makes me feel this way? Why someone's calling me stupid? Do I subconsciously believe I'm stupid? Why is it bothering me? And ever since I had that frame of working, it's easier for me to dismiss the nonsense because I'm like, do I actually believe that? No, then don't entertain it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if I do believe that, let's work on that. So it's a win-win for me. Yeah, maybe I'm coping, but like that's what has been working for me.
No, that's a solid way to look at it, actually.
Yeah. My other question is, what's something you wish people better understood about you?
About me?
Yeah.
Just because I joke about my circumstances doesn't mean I don't take them seriously.
What do you wish people better understood about you?
Yeah, just because, like, I have the capacity to, like, joke about my circumstances doesn't mean I don't take them seriously, that I'm not working on them. I am. It's just my first step. You know, that's like I said, self-awareness without the actual action doesn't really accomplish much.
Yeah.
So that's the shape that, like, my self-awareness takes, you know? Like, I gotta laugh about it. Otherwise, I will cry uncontrollably. But, yeah, just because, like, I'm like... I'm sad. It doesn't mean that, like, I'm okay with being sad. I'm not. I just need to, like, say it out loud so I can, like, okay, here's my starting point. What's the next step now? Yeah, that's it.
If you had, like, a megaphone that you could send one message to the whole world, what would you tell the whole world?
Foreplay is important. Sorry, I know it's not relevant. It's a huge tangent, but, like, I'm kidding. With regards to what we spoke about,
Anything.
Yeah, like basically the one thing I've been saying this entire time. Fulfillment and happiness doesn't always have to look like a relationship. It's okay if that's what you want it to be. That's okay. But if you ever just wanted, like, damn, like, even Rihanna's finance is getting beat up. You know, even, like, your favorite celebrity gets, like, broken up, even if you getting, like, led on and destroyed emotionally by Mjolo, that's okay, you know. But that's not the only source of happiness that is. Like, that's the only source of love that exists that's, like, sincere or lovely, you know.
Yeah. Final question. Describe you to you.
Boyishly charming, difficult, narrow-minded, occasionally hilarious, and I try. Yeah, like, someone who tries. I'm just somebody who tries. I think that I can stop there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Broski.
Thank you for having me in this, man.
Wow.
Yeah.